Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering the final story in Superman 67, Clark Kent's Twin. An oddly convoluted and counterproductive story. So this is one of the general Lois Lane stories of the 1950s, one where she's less awful, just completely focused on marrying Superman. This is more of her figuring out Superman and Clark are the same person, though figuring out is giving way too much credit to how they're writing Lois. It's more Lois runs into seeing Clark turn into Superman, or puts together that Clark ran into a building and Superman flew out, which is what happens here. At the same time, Clark Kent apparently has just a random twin out there, no blood relation. Of course not, he's an alien and the other one isn't. His name is Joel Polsky. He's a construction worker, and while walking down the street, a box falls off a truck, hits him in the head, and he gets amnesia. The doctor that's randomly by recognizes him as Clark Kent, mainly due to the suit, because he's wearing the same blue suit Clark is usually wearing. So he goes to work at the Daily Planet, assuming that he is Clark Kent. This is when Lois springs the whole "you're Superman" thing on him. Now, Superman is around to see this, and if you're thinking that this is all just kind of like a build-up to a story where Superman uses this to his advantage to explain that, no, there's actually two people. Look, here's Clark Kent, here's Superman. You'd be very wrong. They go a completely opposite direction, and it's just such a strange choice, and it doesn't work very well because I don't quite understand what Superman is up to in the story. Superman just lets this guy believe he's Superman, and everybody else believe that he's Superman. So Joe jumps out the window trying to prove he's Superman. If he doesn't, die, he's Superman. So Superman uses his abilities without being seen to save Joe. And that's basically the rest of the story, is Joe going out to do something in Superman, using his powers in a way that he is not seen to make Joe think he has powers and everybody else think he has powers. So, the whole big thing of Superman not wanting anyone to suspect Clark Kent being Superman, he just lets it happen, but it's not him as Clark Kent. And if you're asking the question of why, like I did, there doesn't seem to be more rhyme or reason to it other than, hijinks. And I do enjoy hijinks, I just don't think the story really amounts to anything at the end. What ends up undoing it all is Lois gets angry at Clark and throws a rock at his head, assuming he's Superman. It's not just Lois being, psychotic. Assuming he's Superman, a rock to the head shouldn't do anything to him, except he's not Superman here. Man, it's really confusing to talk about. Joe Polsky, pretending to be Clark Kent, well, not pretending, thinking he's Clark Kent, is not Superman, and Superman's just around. This wakes him up from the amnesia and convinces Lois that he's not, in fact, Superman, even though he had been doing a bunch of Superman stuff to begin with. I don't know, this is throwing too much suspicion and attention to Clark Kent, no matter what, that it sort of fails at, why? And I still don't have a why for you, other than it's kind of funny. I mean, I didn't find it funny. Kids in the 1950s might have found it funny. So that is it from Superman 67. Clark Kent's twin. We never see Joel Polsky again. I can't actually make that declaration. Maybe we do. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notification when new video is up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? And what happened to Joe Polsky? We could use this. It'd probably be a ridiculous story, but it is Superman. He's a ridiculous character. Okay, have a great day.